Looking to throw out your clunky, outdated rudder pedals? This video will give you all the information that you need to decide if upgrading to the Virpil Ace Combat Pedals is the right decision for you. Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Havoc and today we're exploring the pros and cons of the Virpil Ace Combat Pedals, comparing them to the older rudder pedals that I got back in 2013, discussing if the price is worth it, and what kind of improvements happened in just a short period of time of testing these pedals. First impressions of these pedals are, wow. The skeletonized design is probably one of the most beautiful things I have seen come from a company that designs products for the flight sim community. The pedals came with two different sets of cams, heavier duty spring, two extra cables for connecting it to other Virpil products, a USB connector, and the hardware necessary to swap cams and springs. Virpil impresses yet again with how they are certain to provide pilots with multiple options and the tools to change things as they desire. Coming from the old Sci-Tech Combat pedals is night and day. The pedals make almost no sound and glide through each of their axes with buttery smooth movement and no binding at any point. This is a welcome change and a huge surprise to what my old Sci-Tech pedals felt and sounded like. They would bind, creak, and pop, and the shaft that holds the pedals together came out a couple of times, which was a rather irritating problem to solve. While flying in a Hornet or Viper in DCS doesn't utilize rudders as much as other aircraft, such as helicopters, or as much as one would use yaw in Star Citizen, I still have noticed a massive improvement in nose-wheel steering control during takeoff, taxi, and landing. The Virpil pedals provide the most accurate input I've experienced when utilizing the yaw axis. I honestly have nothing negative to say about these pedals, as Virpil pretty much has made yet another amazing product for the flight sim community. Take to the next level and show up other larger companies that try so hard to stay relevant in this niche yet growing community. I suppose my only complaint would be that they didn't use the same connector for the pedals that they use for each of their other products, but this isn't an important issue. When I was looking into upgrading the rudder pedals, I kept putting it off for the longest time because I believed that replacing them with something new and up to date wouldn't have done much for me in terms of improving my flight experience and the level of control over the aircraft. But after DCS finally started showing off the upcoming Apache module, I began to give them a closer look, as I knew that the control over the tail rotor would end up being more important in a helicopter. As for the price of these immensely gorgeous pedals, the price will set you back around $330 US, but in true Virpil fashion, they yet again go above and beyond to develop another product and prove how passionate they are about providing great flight sim peripherals for all of us within DCS, Microsoft Flight Sim, and Star Citizen. So far in my experiences with customer service and with a high level of innovation in products and their passion for their consumers, Virpil and Real Simulator, the company I got the amazing joystick from, continues to be two of the companies that stand above the rest that I've dealt with over the last year. Especially in a world right now where fewer and fewer care about the people that buy their products. Are they ultimately worth the price? As far as I'm concerned, the answer is a resounding yes. These pedals are worth the price you pay for what you get. They provide razor-sharp accuracy, smooth movement through all of its axes, and make very little noise even in the most aggressive of situations. If there is one thing I would tell you from this experience that other reviews won't, it would be to not underestimate rudder pedals. Sometimes it can be one of the largest upgrades that you make to your flight sim and can vastly improve various aspects in the cockpit, and Virpil makes it very difficult to say no with their rudder pedals. If you're looking into possibly getting out of those old rudder pedals that belong in the donation pile, then check out Virpil's products by going to the link in the description below and check out their website. You'll find all the other upgrades you might end up drooling over, but at least you have a starting point and a couple of reviews to give you a baseline. Stay tuned for the next review video that will be coming out shortly. I've got a few more items to check out and we'll gauge if they are any good. Thank you for joining me in this review video of the Virpil Ace Combat Pedals. Fly safe, pilots, and I will see you in the next video. Havoc out.